Yeah, I'm dripping junket. Okay people, Ralfy here, Ralphy's Reviews Team No Steep. I've had a few requests to do more tutorials, so I'm doing this quick one. In particular, this is a single coil build. Not everybody does dual coils. Not everybody does complicated parallels or 3-stand twisted or zippers or Claptons or all those other builds that people who follow me on Facebook or know me for, and Twitter, or know me for. So I've had a few requests to do a simple single coil build, and that's what we're rocking in the old tugboat. Look. And as you can see, nothing wrong with that. We'll get into a close-up and I'll show you what I do. It's really simple, only takes a few minutes, and I'm sure that anybody can pick it up and enjoy a really pleasant dripping experience. Catch you in a minute. Okay folks, off we go. So we're going to take some 0.5 cantho, cut ourselves off about 6 to 7 inches ish. The old side cutters. We're going to get a 3mm screwdriver. I really like it. It's a dead cheap. Getting from Wilkinson's for £2 a set or something. And all I do is use this shoulder to trap it against, like that. Yeah. And then we're going to do 5 wraps, keeping them nice and close and tight. So we'll go on the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop when the leads point the same way, and we're going to tighten it up. We're going to take our pliers and we're going to give a little pull on each loose end while we're holding it nice and tight, and we're just going to give it a little twist so the ends line up. Push it back against that shoulder just to tighten it up, make it look nice and neat. And there we have one single little coil. Cool beans. Let's fit it in an RDA. So I've got a tugboat on top of this cloud pour, and what I'm going to do is feed the long leg through the centre post and the short leg through negative post. Give them a little bend as you go through, and then the ends will ping up, look, so they don't catch on the sides of the deck. Yeah. And we'll push it, and at the same time we can give it a little pull with the pliers and get it nice and tight. Don't worry about how it's sitting just now, because one of the beauties of cantho is it's so forgiving and so malleable that we can tidy it up as we go. So all I'm going to do is tighten up this negative post, not the centre one just yet. So just snug that up and trim that end off, give them a quick haircut. Yeah, bear with. Yeah, done. Now we're going to set the coil. So push the screwdriver through, and using this shoulder we can just give him a little wiggle, yeah, like that. Little wiggle, and get him in the centre of the deck. At the same time, just pull out a little bit and up and then down again, and that'll help settle him in. So see how the coil's neatened up. Chop it with your thumb, tighten up the centre post. Nice and snug. Take the screwdriver out. Quick haircut. And we're ready to fire him up and get him sitting pretty. So let's give him a quick touch. I'm going to pinch and pulse. That's coming in at 0.29, so about 0.3, which is good enough for me on a single coil. There we go. See, he's firing up from one end, not the other. Now the rest of it's catching up. Let him cool a little bit. Get him nice and warm. Cool a little bit. Get him nice and warm. Now, he's not firing even, so what I do is pop the old screwdriver back in. Give him a little wiggle. Wiggle, jiggle, jiggle, just to help get them shorts out. Push him over a little bit now. It'll be easier to set because getting him glowing like that's like torching. It'll take some of the spring out of that cantho. And again, we'll pulse him. See, look, that's better already. That's glowing out from the centre. But I just want to tidy it up a little bit by giving him a pulse and pinch. So we pulse him till he's glowing, let go, little squeeze, just gently, don't distort it. Pulse him till he glows, let go, little squeeze. Check the resistance again, and that's gone up lovely. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. It's not, is it? The lighting's funny in it, it's ever so warm. That is now running 0.50, which is, truth be known, just what I was after. So we move on to wicking. There's your coil. Set in place, sitting pretty, make sure it's nice and snug. Yeah, job's a good one. So somewhere here we go. I've got the old organic cotton ball. Dog shit cheap. And just find the end, pull him out. I'm going to tear off a bit that I guesstimate will be a nice fit through that 3mm coil. As I've showed you before, we'll give him a little roll. He's not going to roll on here, so I'm just going to go off camera. A little roll on my trouser leg. Always roll it one way. Don't do the backwards and forwards shuffle. We're looking for a little soft tube, yeah? We'll just twist one end, and there's your pointy bit that we can poke through the coil. So we go through the coil, and now we're just going to pull a little bit. See, look, that's quite tight. So what I do is grab this loose end, not the camera so it wobbles, twist it, look, twist it, just one way, and it tightens it up lovely, look. Ralfy's top cheap. So we've just got through that thick bit with a little snidey little twist. Bit of a tweak each way so it bunches up. And we're ready to trim, yeah? We've got a huge mustachio there, so if I can find my scissors, we'll trim him off. What I'm aiming to do is just cut him off. Not too long, not too short. There's not much help. But it's only a single coil. We don't need tons of cotton here. This end, I'm going to tuck the end in and get it under the coil. So I'll try and get that in shot good for you. Yeah. So, tuck him in, there we go. So we're sitting there under that coil. Come on, focus. This other end, I'm going to push it down so it sits down in the juice well, and I'm going to take that spare end and I'm going to push it between the other two posts. Yeah, just tuck him in, just like that. See? So now we've got a nice little pillow of soft fluffiness each end. We've got some underneath to hold more juice, so we get a bit more of a frazzle on, and then we've got a tail that runs through to the other side of the RDA. Now what that'll do, that'll help with the wicking, yeah, because there's no coil this side, it's bare. And when we juice him up, I'll show you. Juice up the coil, dribble it all over your RDA and get it all over your mod like I do. Always a good sign. So juice up your coil and then juice up that well at the back. Don't fill it right up, otherwise you're going to pour it all over yourself. But some at the back of the coil and some on that tail. Yeah, let's give it a little pulse and it will draw that in. So little pulse, look. Ooh. Again, the camera is never ever ever going to pick up the fact that that is actually the capillary action of the wicks pulling the juice from this well into the ends of the wick, ready for it to vapour. Yeah, so a bit more juice on there. Another little touch. Don't want to fire it off really, just a quick pulse, and the heat from that will make the juice go nice and thin and help it get right soaked in that cotton. So that's one before vaping. Look at that. She's a chucking, as somebody said once. Yeah, no wrong with that. That's a 0.5 build, running 45 watts, which is quite severe. So I'll knock it down. Not everyone's got big boxes, have they? Let's take them down to 30 watts. Bear with. And now we've got 30 watts, which comes in at 3.8 volts, which if you're a mech mod guy, which I am, well, come on, what am I trying to fool? That's your battery when it's just gone off the boil, yeah? You got 4.2 initially on full record, full charge, 3.8 once you've used it a few times. So you're going to get that from this build. Let's go back up top and we'll see how it vapes. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. That's nice and pleasant, that is. That's at 30 watts. So let's ramp it up a little bit. So you've got a 40 watt box. We'll go 40 watts. 40 watts, which is coming in at 4.4 volts. So just more than you get out of a fresh battery. But with Artisan mechanical mods, you're going to come pretty damn close to this, look. Oh, now that to me is a better vape. That's richer, that's thicker, that's warmer. That's really actually quite nice. I'm going to go up now to 50 watts. For those of you that have 50 watt devices, which is coming in on this 0.5 build at 4.9 volts. Better again. For me, better again. Still a nice vape, not too warm, just starting to get really thick and really flavourful. I'll ramp it up now, 60 watts, which is about where I normally vape on this Cloudport T8. I do usually run a slightly lower resistance build, but 60 watts is alright. There you go, that's great. That is great. She's still doing it. Let's see if it will pick up this wicking. So, drip some juice in the back. See all that juice in the back there? I don't think the camera's going to get it, but when we fire it off, look, fire it off. La-di-da. Now you'll see it's almost all gone. And I've not been tipping it this way. That's just, it'll draw. Because the thing gets warm, we've got capillary reaction going on. I guess the point I'm trying to stress is that you don't need to fill this void with cotton. In fact, if anything, I think that it's detrimental to your wicking. Yeah, I think what it'll do, the cotton will hold the juice because it's not close enough to a coil, and you'll end up not getting most out of it. So there you go, single coil, dead simple, only takes minutes, easy to wick, nothing fancy going on. If you fancy giving it a go, give it a go. Let me know how you get on.